What's up, people? Welcome back to Invest with T Claus. My name is Tevi, and this channel is dedicated to my investment journey, along with coverage on crypto, Tesla, Neo, Virgin Galactic, and ChargePoint. Come for the information and stay for the perspective. So a quick announcement before we get into today's content. I will be taking a little break from my weekly post. Next weekend is my birthday weekend, so I intend to enjoy a little bit of downtime. I'll of course still post anything relevant for stocks, crypto, and NFTs on my Twitter account, so make sure you're following me there too. Now, let's talk about Virgin Galactic. They just held their earnings call on November 3rd, and though there are some areas of concern, my overall takeaway was cautiously optimistic. What did they report, and why is cautiously optimistic my takeaway? That will be the focus of today's video, along with what I'm doing about it. As always, this isn't to be taken as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is my personal approach to investing and the thought process behind it. I'd recommend watching all the way through so that you don't miss out on any pertinent information I'll be sharing. Drop this video a like if you haven't already, and hit that subscribe button. Those are two easy ways to show your support to the channel and help it grow if you appreciate the content. All right, let's get into it. So to start, the stock for Virgin Galactic, I would say, had a pretty good week overall, and investors responded positively to the earning call news. The stock is up 5.58% for the week to $4.92 after making a new low a couple of weeks back at $4.11 if you remember. If you look at the technical chart, after we fell below the 50-day moving average line, so that's the reddish line here, we are now slowly making our way back. It's too soon to tell if we get to flip the 50-day level from resistance to support, but the number you want to keep an eye on is $5.08. If we get past that and sustain, that's the key here, the next major wall is at $7.03. But again, we have a ways to go here. Now, on to the earning call itself. We all know that Virgin isn't yet profitable, so cash burn, cash reserve, and timelines are what I care about the most, right? So cash burn is first. They reported $107 million spent, which is double the amount on a year-over-year basis. They expect that number to accelerate to the range of $120 to $130 million in Q4 this year. And net loss was $146 million, driven primarily by operating expense. Now, the silver lining here is that $97 million of that net loss is due to R&D expenditures. This makes sense and is what you'd want to see from a company that is gearing up to start commercial flight to help usher in and normalize space tourism as an entirely new industry over the next few years. So again, in context, not too bad here. Next, something that continues to give me confidence in Virgin Galactic's ability to deliver on this vision is their cash reserves. They are currently sitting on $1.1 billion. Even at the accelerated cash burn rate, this gives them somewhere around, I think, 9 additional quarters of runway, even if not a single dollar came in, right? So put simply, they can operate until Q4 2024, which is amazing. Now, the main reason the stock saw a decent pop this week is because they reiterated their commitment to start commercial flight in Q2 2023. They completed all the upgrades on their mothership VMS Eve and their existing spaceship VSS Unity that you can see on the screen here. And they're now set to achieve the projected cadence of 1 flight per month, which is super exciting. Now, I have to contrast that with the not so exciting part, right? To keep it real. The not so exciting part is that with the push to get commercial ready, they had to reallocate people resources, and as a result, their second spaceship, VSS Unity, will not enter commercial flight in 2023 as previously anticipated. Now again, if you do the math here though, Virgin Galactic should still be able to book revenue of somewhere around $15 million for private astronaut flights with VSS Unity alone if they start flights at the end of Q2 and maintain a monthly flight cadence, which is decent if you think about it. More importantly though, the excitement that will come with regular flights should help lift the stock price. Now with that said, things don't really turn around for Virgin Galactic until 2025, early 2026. And that's when the Delta class of spaceships hits commercial flight. So this news that I'm about to share is a big one. They have now revealed the names of the 2 main manufacturing suppliers Virgin will be using. Defense company Bell Textron will supply the feather system and flight control surfaces, and Quarbon Aerospace will deliver the fuselage and wings. With this announcement, Virgin Galactic has now everything it needs in motion. That's the Delta-class spaceships and 2 new motherships to be supplied by Boeing. This sets them up for a 400 yearly flight rate that should deliver somewhere around $1 billion in revenue and turn them profitable around mid-decade. Now that sounds great, but there's still one concern based on everything we know today. And for me, it's not just about hyping you up and getting some views. I think it's also important to know what journey you're on being invested with Virgin Galactic. With the current cash reserve, they can only operate until the end of 2024. That's what I said earlier. Now the Delta class spaceships that are needed for all of this to work out don't hit until a full year later. So what does that mean? It means that even when we start commercial flight next year and eventually get VSS Imagine airborne in 2024, the revenue those will generate may not be enough to fully bridge the gap to early 2026. This ultimately means that there will be a need to raise more cash with share issuance along the way. So as the company's stock price moves higher on hype, they will 100% capitalize on the opportunity to pad their cash reserves, right? So keep that in mind so you're not shocked when they do and think that something is wrong. This then brings us to what I'm doing. So from a macro backdrop perspective, this is close to the most challenging environment a profitless growth company like Virgin could be trying to operate in: looming recession and high interest rates, right? And add to that Virgin's own doing with the multiple delays, and the stock price has been punished severely this year. Now, that said, I do believe that these prices are likely the lowest we'll ever see if Virgin is able to deliver on their vision. So the bottom line for me coming out of this earning call is this: the company is on track, but they clearly have more headwinds that they will face. Management seems to be making the right trade-offs decisions, so invest heavy today to support outsized revenue growth in coming years. Delay VSS Imagine to ensure VSS Unity stays on track to begin flight in Q2 2023. I like what I'm seeing and hearing. Granted, there are some watch-outs to be aware of. That is why I said at the start of this video that I am cautiously optimistic. I do remain bullish on Virgin long term, so while we remain at these crazy low prices, for me there's only one thing left to do, and that's buy. I bought in September, bought in October, and again just last week. So the goal here for me is to bring my average cost down in the $5 to $7 range before commercial flight starts. The last thing I will say is this: between now and Q2 2023, there will be test flights as they gear up for commercial flight. That's what on the call. Those will for sure generate a buzz and a pop in the share price. So my advice to you is sell into strength, buy on weakness, not the other way around. If you're selling now, you're doing it wrong. But on that note, that is it for me today. Don't forget to drop this video a like if it helped you gain a new perspective, and share with others who you think could also benefit from it. For my newcomers, subscribe and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you too can stay in the know. I'll be back on Sunday, not next Sunday though, remember, I'm taking a break. Till then, you can keep up with me here on Twitter for crypto and NFT related news. Thank you for watching, stay humble, hustle hard, and I'll see you in the next one.